Croeso Cymru, more specifically, welcome to the A5, travelling from Bethesda down to the Ogwen Visitor Centre. Here we've just left 30s, we're just coming out of the 40s, and we'll be hitting the Nationals any minute. Okay, so why am I producing this video? Well, following an earlier video, someone asked me to talk about the tyres on the bullet that I've got. So I thought, well, here's a good opportunity. So here we go. So what's a tyre got to do on a motorbike? Well, it's got to be able to keep the metal bits away from the tarmac. It's got to be able to go on roads. It's got to be a dry road. It's got to be able to cope with a wet road, possibly even to a degree, perhaps even snow and ice and what have you. Now, unlike normal road grade bullets, the Trials one's supposed to have some off-road potential, so it has to do more than that. It has to be able to go not only on tarmac but on gravel roads to a certain extent. More than any of this technical type of talk, I think a motorcycle tyre's got to instill confidence in the rider. You've got to be able to feel safe. Now, certainly one of my previous bikes, on one particular set of tyres, felt awful. You didn't feel safe at all. It just felt really wooden to ride, and you had no confidence any time you went round a bend. Swap to a different make of tyre, and you felt it would corner on rails. It was far more comfortable, and it certainly went a lot better. So that confidence factor is a big thing. So how does this particular tyre perform on this bike? Now, obviously you can't quite talk about other bikes because I've only got experience on this particular one. Within the limits of the bullet's power and torque characteristics and what I use it for, actually it's really quite acquitting itself rather well. I've never had to put any real amount of put air in the tyres, despite the fact it's a tubeless tyre. Running a tube on wire rims, spoke rims rather, I've never bothered altering the pressure if I've gone on road or off road. I've just kept it at the stock 20 front and 30 psi rear, and I tried long wet roads, dry roads, and I feel confident in it. I mean, as you can see in this picture, I've actually caught cars, considering it's not exactly the world's most powerful bike and I'm not really thrashing it. It goes really well. You feel confident. On a wet road, I was expecting it to feel really skittish and have very low adhesion. Hasn't been the case. It's felt really safe, really secure, and almost the same as riding in the dry, to be quite frank. I think the word almost is really probably down to my personal confidence riding rather than anything else. I don't like riding in the rain. I do far too much of it for my own pleasure, but I still don't like it. One of the interesting things was Royal Enfield used to only ever put Avons on their UK bikes, but with this Trials Works replica model, they swapped over and they fitted a CEAT tyre. CEAT were a company from India. I believe they originated in somewhere near Turin in Italy in the middle of the 20th century, but they are actually, I believe it's in Mumbai, headquartered. They do agricultural tyres, and they also do motorbike and scooter tyres as well. Being an Anglo-Indian company, and that they designed over here in England, in the UK I should say, because I'm actually in Wales, but they're built in India. There's going to be some loyalty to the Indian manufacturers. Some people are going to be really worried, from Europe. They know the Avon tyre brand, and they'll know that and worked with that for years. It's quite a well-respected brand. Would they, on the other hand, be happy with looking at this unknown brand? Well, from what I've experienced so far, there's no reason to have any lack of confidence. The tyres have both performed well, as I say. As you can see, I'm trundling along. I don't treat the bike that gently. It's been used on road, it's been used on some of the Welsh loose lanes where the bike's allowed me to travel. Never had any problems. The confidence it gives with coping with the chassis, absolutely fantastic. I really can't knock it. It's something I've been very, very impressed with. So, these are the tyres that I've been asked about. They are made by a company called CEAT, and the size is 90/90 by 19 MC 52B. And that's the tread pattern. That's the front tyre. And let's go across to the back side. Again, see it. This one is, he says frantically, a 110 by 80/18 MC 58B. Again, let's have a look at the tread pattern.